Good day everyone, I'm Moises Balabad and today I'll be discussing the different types of objective test, the multiple choice, matching type, and completion type test. These types of assessments are commonly used by teachers to measure students' knowledge and understanding in a clear and structured way. Throughout this presentation, I'll explain their characteristics, examples, and some tips on how to construct them effectively. I hope everyone listens attentively and gains new insights that can help us as future educators. So first is the multiple choice test. Multiple choice test offers the students with more than two options per item to choose from. Each item in a multiple choice consists of two parts: A, the STEM, B, the options. In the sets of options, there is a correct or best, while all others considered distractors. So here's the guidelines for constructing multiple choice test. Rule number 1, do not use unfamiliar words, terms, and phrases. The best example here is using of jargons without teaching it. It makes this test unfair and confusing. So instead, use clear and familiar words. Rule number 2, do not use modifiers that are vague and whose meanings can differ from one person to the text, such as much, often, usually, etc. Words like often, usually, sometimes are subjective and confusing. Instead, ask directly. Rule number 3, avoid complex or awkward word arrangements. So, keep questions simple and straight to the point. Rule number 4, distractors should be equally plausible and attractive. In options, there are distractors. Kailangan, it should be equally plausible and attractive. Plausible means kapani-paniwala or believable, and it should be attractive, kaakit-akit. Rule number 5, all choices should be grammatically consistent with a STEM. So, anong ibig sabihin? Kailangan yung choices mo is grammar consistent sa STEM mo. For example, the capital city of the Philippines is A, Davao, B, Cebu, C, in Manila, D, Manila. So, yung C, in Manila, breaks the grammar consistency sa STEM mo. So, kailangan all answers must fit grammatically with the STEM. And rule number 6, avoid stems that reveal the answer to another item. For example, yung question 1 mo or your STEM mo, number 1, is the capital city of the Philippines is Manila. Nakalagay doon. Then yung question number 2 mo, what is the capital city of the Philippines? So, yung question number 1 gives away the answer to question 2. So avoid duplication. Rule number 7, avoid alternatives that are synonymous with other or those that include or overlap others. Kailangan iwasan ang mga alternatives na pare-parehas ng meanings and definitions. Okay, rule number 8, use none of the above and all of the above sparingly. What is sparingly? Sparingly means not too often, not too much, or use only when necessary, but best not to use them at all. Okay, let's proceed to matching type. Matching type consists of two parallel columns. Column A, the column of premises from which match is sought. Column B, the column of responses from which the selection is made. Here's the guidelines for constructing matching type test. Rule number 1. Match homogeneous items, not heterogeneous items. So what is homogeneous? Homogeneous means same from the word homo, and heterogeneous means different from the word hetero. So for example, yung column A mo is countries. Column B is capitals. So that is in the same category, countries and the capitals. And items must belong to the same category to avoid confusion. Rule number 2, the stem, longer in construction than the options, must be in the first column, while the options, usually shorter, must be in the second column. So, kailangan yung stem mo is mas mataas kaysa sa options mo. At kailangan yung stem is nasa first column, column A at saka column B. Yung column B must be in the second column. And it is usually shorter. Rule number 3, the options must be more in number than the stems. Yung ibig sabihin, yung options mo mas marami kaysa sa stems. For example, yung stems mo consist of 10 items. So, kailangan yung options mo more than 10 items. Okay, rule number 4. Arrange the options alphabetically or chronologically. Kailangan naka-arrange ang options mo alphabetically or chronologically. Chronologically means kung anong year nauuna. Let's proceed to completion type of test. It consists of an incomplete statement. Example, according to Freud, personality is made up of 3 major systems, the blank, blank, and the blank. So what is the answer? The id, ego, and the ego. Here's the guidelines for constructing completion test. Rule number 1. Avoid over-mutilated sentences. The word over-mutilated means too many blanks or when there are too many missing words, because the sentence becomes more unclear and confusing. So, let's avoid that kind of mistakes. And rule number 2, avoid open-ended item. There should be one acceptable answer. Open-ended means have more than one possible answers. And rule number 3, the blank should be at the end or near the end of the sentences. Kailangan yung blank mo is malapit sa hulihan ng sentence mo or nasa hulihan mismo. And lastly, rule number 4, the lengths of the blanks must not suggest the answer. So, better to make the blanks uniform in size. Kailangan yung length ng blanks mo is pare-parehas at saka hindi nagsasuggest ng answer sa mga estudyante mo. So, better to make the blanks uniform in size. So, that's all for today, and thank you so much everyone, and God bless.